everyone, and welcome to Commanding Your Kitchen. On today's episode, I have a very special guest. As you can see, I'm wearing a very special apron for today's episode. I am Dada to my daughter Savannah, and she's going to be joining us today in this episode, making the ultimate Valentine's Day sugar cookie. These cookies are so good. There's ground almonds, almond extract, lemon zest, vanilla. I hear footsteps. Ah! Come on up! Say hello, everyone. Yeah, we're gonna build some cookies. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is tell everyone, make sure you subscribe to Dada's channel. Say, subscribe to my channel. She just wants to bake cookies today. Okay, we've been talking about this for a while because we've been very excited about this. So these cookies came about when we first, who did we give cookies to around Christmas time? Yeah, my mom and dad, and also Santa Claus, right? We left cookies for Santa, and then he came and ate them all up. So this recipe was made because we wanted to make some cookies for Santa Claus, and
so they can come for Christmas.
That's right.
We're making cookies for him.
Yeah. Yeah, and he ate all the cookies, huh? He's probably very excited to get those cookies. All right, so we're gonna.
And we can make some carrots for reindeer.
We gave him carrots for reindeer too. Alright, so we're going to get our dry ingredients in one bowl and then our wet ingredients in another bowl, okay?
So let's do this first.
You want to do the lemon first? Okay, so lemon's going to be, we're going to put that in with our dry ingredients, okay? So I'm going to hold this over here. This is a zester, so you can be very careful, right? Remember we showed you how to do this? I'm going to come behind you. Ready? And for this recipe, you're going to want, how much, Savvy? Maybe the zest of one lemon, I think we ended up using. Tap it down. You want to try to do it again?
Yeah.
Alright, put your hand on it. Watch your little fingers because that's very sharp, okay? So that is just going to guide your hand on it. There you go. Perfect. Alright, let me see how it looks. Turn it over. You see the little lemon, those little yellow bits? That's lemon zest.
And it tastes so yummy.
It's going to taste so yummy in our cookies, huh?
Let's mix it.
Alright. So while she mixes the lemon zest, I'm going to continue to zest the rest of this lemon. You need one lemon zested. And then we're going to need an egg, Savvy, too. You're going to help with that? Or let me pat this in. Alright. So for the rest of our dry ingredients, because we're going to put everything into a food processor, okay? So we're just going to separate them at first. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to get some flour and sugar. This is all-purpose flour and white sugar. Do you think that it needs more lemon zest? Alright, do it a couple more times and I want you to be careful with your hands, okay? Alright, so this recipe, there's 3 cups of all-purpose flour. So again, I think I'm going to have you work on a lemon zest, and I think I'm going to put the dry ingredients in a bigger bowl, okay? This bowl looks like it. A little bit of a bigger bowl. Alright, so we need 3 of these. Do you want to help me pour the flour into the bowl? So if you could put down the lemon and the zester for me right over there, that would be just perfect. So we'll move this out of the way so everyone can see you. Okay, so 3 cups. You want to count them for me? Here's the first one. 1. And I'm going to, here, if you want, turn it over and I'll fill it back up again. Ready? So 3 full cups. Okay. Pour it in there. And all these exact measurements will be on my Patreon page. Of course, we're going to go through them today, but we may miss a couple steps. So there will be pictures and behind the scenes stuff and also a full recipe on there. Here, put this over there. Thank you, miss. All right, we need 1 more. Is this number 3? Hold on. Okay. And a little more for good measure. Good girl. Okay. So we're going to put the flour aside. Now you're going to help me measure some baking powder. You're awfully noisy in the kitchen, miss. Alright, so we got baking powder and some salt. Why don't you tell everyone how you made this beautiful apron that I'm wearing? How'd you make this?
I painted it in.
You did. And I think all these little characters are her little fingerprints. It's a very special apron, you know that? Okay, we have our adorable little heart-shaped spoons here that Daddy bought. Daddy is Mike. He's Savannah's other dad, right? He's your daddy. So we're going to need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Do you want to pour this in for me? Okay, get it all in the bowl with the flour. Good girl. And then we're going to do some salt. I'm gonna half a teaspoon of that. You wanna pour this in for me too as well? Wow, you are such a good helper today. All right, mix that all around.
I'm going to flour so I don't flush out.
Okay. All right, so we need half a cup of almond flour, so that's probably a quarter of what we need. We'll do a little more. Keep going. I'll tell you when, okay? Close, a tiny bit more, and that'll be just about half a cup. And these, when I made these cookies were obviously, that's good. It might be a little more than half a cup. When I made these, they came out great. I've made them twice since then, and it's always been around a half a cup of almond flour. Some was more coarse than others, so that should be fine. All right, so mix all that up, okay? And then we're gonna put it aside, and we're gonna work on our wet ingredients, okay? Does that sound good? She's very focused. All right, so let's move your little lemon zest bowl over here, okay? We'll move the almond flour aside. So our dry ingredients we're just gonna put aside. Put that there for right now. All right. So we have cream cheese, butter, and an egg. Do you want to put the egg in there for me? She's a professional egg cracker, everyone, right? You want to put it in here first to make sure there's no shells. She's been practicing with her amma, which is her granny, right? You guys bake a lot. I'll hold the bowl, you whack it. Perfect. Woohoo! That was a surprise, huh? Not bad, and so that's why we put it in a separate bowl too, so that we get all the shells out. Not bad, not bad. That was a big surprise, huh, Savvy? All right, so we got the extra little shells out. That's okay. Put this aside. Why don't we get you wiped up and wash our hands before we do anything else, okay? Okay, so now that you wash your hands after you make a mess with the egg, right? Because you want to make sure you be very careful with eggs, because after you touch them, we're gonna wash them, right? All right, so here's this for your hands. You can wash your hands again after. Is there anything you'd like to tell everyone watching? What's your favorite type of cookie you like to make? Perfect. What kind of cookies do you like the best? Sugary cookies? Oh, me too. Well, a good thing, because this recipe needs a sprinkle plus a cup and a half. So I'm gonna get the cup, and you can help me get the half, okay? Pour that in. While I get you, I'm gonna clean the half cup measurement. All right, so we're gonna scrape off. There's the other half a cup you need, miss. Oh, it's such tough work being a baker, huh?
Still tough.
All right, so the next thing we're gonna need is in my opinion, the key ingredients in this, besides the lemon zest, is the almond extract and vanilla extract. Those are very important in this recipe, Savvy. All right, so you keep mixing that, and I'll grab those, okay? Let's see. Vanilla bean paste. There you go, miss. And the almond extract. Our spice cabinet has more spices than we know what to do with it, huh? All right. You need help getting that out or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. You got it? You need my help? All right, we're now done. There you go. So we're using vanilla bean paste. You could obviously use vanilla extract. That's totally fine too. This is just what we have, so we're gonna use this. Okay. Here, we're gonna just squirt some in because I know how much we're gonna need. It's about a teaspoon of vanilla bean paste or vanilla extract. A little more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Nice. Okay, I'll take that, miss. Thank you. Mix that in, and then I'm gonna add in some almond extract, okay, while you're doing that. And this is the same, it's gonna be about a teaspoon of almond extract too. This is strong, some people like more. I think a teaspoon's just enough because we do have those ground almonds as well. All right, so put that in. I'll have you pour it, I'm just gonna pour. All right, there you go. Beautiful. All right. So we're gonna continue to mix that, okay? And so the first step to building these cookies is in the food processor, you're going to mix 4 ounces of cream cheese or mascarpone. I've done it with both, they both work out really well. And a stick of butter. So we're gonna do that. The what, honey? What do you think? Is this gonna be fun? They're gonna be tasty, huh?
Really tasty.
Really tasty. Okay, so while my little assistant gets washed up, I'm gonna show you the dough that we just did in the food processor. So it comes together really quickly. So first I pulsed the butter and the cream cheese for a couple seconds, then I added in the mixture that Savannah so lovely did, which was our white sugar, our egg, our 2 extracts, and lemon zest, and we added it in, pulsed that, and then I added in the dry ingredients, just pulse it until it just combined. You don't want to overwork it too much because that just makes for a tough cookie. Like me, one tough cookie. So you're gonna take some plastic wrap. This part is important. I've noticed when we tried them the first time for Santa Claus, the dough was too hard to work with when it was right away, right out of the food processor. So my suggestion is to let this refrigerate for a half an hour before you do cut it out. Luckily, we have some here that was already in the fridge. I made another batch already, so we have some ready to go. With kids, sometimes it's good to do that, just to have things ready, because waiting is not fun. Waiting is not fun for anyone. And so I want to say this made about 24 decorated cookies for Santa. And in this case, we're going to make hearts and Valentines. It'll probably make around 24 as well. I split the batch last time into half so that we didn't have so much. But yeah, so once you get it out of there, you can see it is a little tacky still. Just take some plastic wrap, and whether you roll it into a log or however you want to do it, it's fine. Just pinch the ends up, fold it over, and then you have a giant log of cookie dough, and you can put this in your fridge for half an hour before you start to roll it out. All right, miss, how are you? You back in action? All right, so I put some of the cookie dough in the fridge, and I took this one out because this is ready to roll. Do you want to take a couple pinches of flour for your... Perfect. I just put a little on top of yours. See how yours isn't white like mine is? Put some on yours. Perfect. Rub it on. And you can flip it over and do the other side. And that just helps it doesn't stick to the table, right? See how that other side was kind of sticky? Put a little bit more flour on that side. And then I'm going to roll. I do think that these taste a little bit better when they're a little bit thicker. These cookies remind me of the cookies you would get, sort of the ones like at like your grocery store or like a Target or something where they have that, that's maybe not that much flour. It's okay, right? It'll dust off. Are you excited to be making these with me? All right, so we're gonna roll it out, okay? Put some of that flour on the side, so we'll do yours first, all right? So I'm gonna come behind you with this big old rolling pin. Remember how I showed you, yep.
What do people do with the mooncake?
Oh, we watched a movie called Over the Moon. It's like it's the cutest movie on Netflix. It's actually just got nominated for a Golden Globe. If you're interested in a kids movie, Over the Moon on Netflix, they make mooncakes, which look so good, right? Don't they look so good? And she thought this dough looked like the mooncake dough. It kind of does. So that actually looks perfect, Sadie. Let me show the camera how thick this is. Like that. I think a little bit thick is okay for the sugar cookie dough. So since you did such a good job, do you want to roll this piece out too? Are you excited to be going to school this fall?
Can you look how flat mine is?
Oh yeah, tell them. And you want to help roll this one out? Here, why don't you put your hands in the middle again, and we'll roll flat hands, right? Like that. Oh, nice. It's tricky, huh? This dough's in the fridge. Okay. What do you think? That looks good?
Yeah.
We don't want too thin, right? Perfect. So you know what now time it is? To use the cookie cutters. What kind of cookie cutters do we have today? Let's see. All right. Let's see your beautiful face, Savannah. Oh, you're just... Well, hold on, Sparky. Let's do one. We don't need double. Let's just do one at a time, okay? I'm going to give you a plethora of cookie cutters you can use. And you tell me which ones you want to use, all right? Okay, that's perfect. So Savannah's using a little... Why don't you show the camera which one you're using? Oh, flip it upside down. That's beautiful. So this one side is a little softer than the other side, right? I'm going to do a couple of hearts. And because our dough was refrigerated, it's so easy to work with. They just pop right out. Oh, not yet, sweetie. You know what, because that's raw egg in it, right? These are a little floury, but that's okay. See, that's perfect. You want to put it on the... It's so cute, right? So we have a non-stick sheet. We have loud. All right, we have a non-stick sheet pan. All right, so why don't you put some of those lovely hearts on there? And then, you know what? We're gonna do like a pair of lips. What is this one? Hold on, you're gonna have to push. Push, push, push. Ready? Looks like a pair of lips or a big smooch. Ready? Now pop it out. All right, now put it on your pan. You wanna try that again? Push really hard. Oh, you're so strong. Ugh. Ugh. All right, now that's right here. Now pop it out. So while she's working on hers, I'm gonna keep doing some of mine. I think we're gonna bring some of these to Granny and Grampy, and maybe some friends at Dada's work. Save some for Daddy and for us, right? We need to save some cookies for us. Whoa, that's a big envelope. Did someone send you a special Valentine's Day card in the mail today? Who sent you a special card today? That one might be a little big, honey. Let me see. You know what we could do? So once your dough gets like this, you can just re-roll it a little bit. I usually only re-roll it once or twice more because you don't want it to get tough. Here, so you know what we can do, sweetie? If you don't have cutters, just be organic and natural, like Savvy, huh? Alright, so we're gonna pop these in the oven at 350 for 12 minutes. Just about, depending on your oven. We don't want them to get much color on top, because that's kind of the whole point of these cookies, that they're so soft but also chewy. And too much color will prevent them from being that texture. Alright, so we're gonna pop them in the oven, okay? Do you wanna help? You wanna help? Okay, well we're gonna open it. Stand back, it's hot. Thank you. Alright, here they go. Say, have fun time baking. Say, see you later. Alright. Yeah, my sous chef was getting hangry, so I had her do the first batch with me, and now I'm gonna do the second batch. This has been sitting for about 15-20 minutes. So she's gonna have her little snack, okay? And then when we come back, when she comes back, we're gonna frost them and I'll show you the final product. But I'm gonna just keep doing this. This is the second batch of dough. It's a little bit softer, obviously, because the other one was sitting in the fridge for like overnight. But yeah, so how cute are these little cookie cutters? We found these on Amazon. I'll try to link the links for all the stuff I use in today's video down below. That way, if you wanna make these cookies this weekend before Valentine's Day on like Saturday, you could. Amazon Prime delivers really fast anyway, so that should be perfect. And so we're filming this video on a Monday, and this video will go up on a Thursday. So you should have time if you guys want to make these. They're really easy. And I think I like it a lot because you just throw them right into the food processor. It's just easy to do. So it's a cute little fluted heart one. And I did say this before, but I think a little bit thicker is better for this type of cookie, because the goal is to not get them golden brown, surprisingly enough. As long as the bottoms have a little bit of color, that's okay. But the top, you don't want to have too much color, because you want to maintain that texture. I think that texture really comes from the cream cheese. And I think the first time I made that was with mascarpone because it's all I had, and it seems bougie, but it worked. Mascarpone is really just a Italian style, or Italian cream cheese. It's kind of like a little less tart. So I'm actually really excited to see how the cream cheese variety turns out. We'll have a little taste test at the end. This dough looks great. It's just so easy to do. And I'm such a big fan of vanilla extract and almond extract and lemon zest. Like that trifecta is so good in cookies to me. If you don't have almond extract, you don't have to use that. You could do something else. You could do orange zest. You could do orange extract. You could put strawberry powder. Like, you know, if you buy those freeze-dried strawberries at the store, you could pulse those in your food processor and then dye these with the strawberry powder. That could be really cute too. All right. So you get the gist. I'm gonna continue to cut these cookies out, and then when I come back, we're gonna be making some frosting. Okay, so we're gonna make our royal icing, which is like a classic way to decorate a sugar cookie. So in this, we're going to do a pinch of salt. This is about 4 medium-sized egg whites. And then we're gonna start and turn this on high. So once your egg whites have a really soft peak, I'm going to add in 4 cups of powdered sugar. It's a lot of sugar, but it does make a lot of frosting. And slowly incorporate that until it's shiny and glossy. I'm just scraping down the sides about halfway through. As you can see, it's already starting to look like that really pretty royal icing consistency. And if you don't feel comfortable using egg whites or pasteurized egg whites, they sell meringue powder or egg white powder that is completely safe. I just know that, you know, the eggs we use were fresh, so I'm not concerned about anything like that. So then once the sides have been kind of scraped down, turn it back on for another minute or so. That's looking really good. This looks, obviously you think, oh, it's a little bit runny, but it's gonna set up once the cookies kind of dry out on the top. Once the frosting kind of sets up, that'll be perfect. And you can see how it's nice and shiny and glossy. That's what you're looking for. Okay, so parents, the food coloring process I would leave to you. I have, this is Wilton. You can get this at like Michael's or a craft store, but they also sell it online. I will link the Amazon link to these below. It was like a 12-pack of gel food coloring. I'm doing a violet, a burgundy, a red, and then a pink color. And I'm just gonna take literally a toothpick. You don't want to put too much of this. Just kind of want to like get a little bit, and then if you always, you know, you can always add more, and just a pain in the butt to try and lighten up something if you don't have tons of extra frosting. So you'll see I put a couple of passes with the toothpick inside the coloring, and that's it. It came out, look how perfectly pink that is. All right. And look at the consistency of that icing is perfect. All right, so Savvy's already eating her first cookie. So we're gonna, you can have that one, or we're gonna start decorating it. I know you're very excited. So these cookies came out great. Yeah, I'm glad you like them. And then we're gonna decorate, okay? Are you gonna just eat, or are you gonna help me decorate?
I'm just gonna eat them all.
You're just gonna eat them all? Okay, so she's gonna eat all the cookies, and then I guess I'll decorate. Well, you're gonna have one right now, okay? You can have some later. We're not eating all of them right now, okay? All right, so why don't you and I start decorating some? So Savvy's enjoying her cookie. She couldn't wait, apparently, and then she also took a bite out of our stunning X and O cookie, so that's her quota for the day. So I put my colors inside little squeeze bottles. Obviously, if you have piping bags, you can, but because this frosting is thinner, it's easier to do it with.
So can colors with cream.
That's right. So today we did pink, red, purple, and we have a bunch of white here. I left some white. I was gonna color it, but I said, you know what? Maybe we can drizzle on top. And then we have some really cute like Valentine's Day themed sprinkles, and I will list these down below as well. I have a whole like Amazon shop that's dedicated to everything like food related that I use, that I've used in the past. So these will be in there as well. Okay, Savvy, so what do we think? Do you want to help me? What color would you like to use first? Pink? Okay, I'm gonna use red. So you're gonna tip it upside down like a squeeze bottle, and just, I have a feeling this is gonna go wild. Good girl. And I like using these because it gives you precision if you did want to flood your cookies, which is just basically just piping around a border and then filling them in. She's frosting her own cookies, so I'm gonna go ahead and start frosting these. So I'm gonna just get the frosting to the top of it. And then Savannah's having a grand old time. And you, this way, you can draw your heart outline and then fill it in with the frosting. Do you want to fill in my little heart right there? Fill in with the frosting, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And this is a little bit cleaner than using piping bags. Perfect, here, why don't I take this, you do a purple one, and I'll fill in this. No more eating, okay?
Okay.
And I'll show you what I mean by flooding. You basically just take a decent amount of frosting. And of course, you have like a little knife or something you can spread it out with. Or you could just use a spoon. Thank you, Mike. Good job, Savvy. And you just fill them in. And of course, there's a little drippage. I'm not really too concerned about these. We're not selling these cookies. This is just for fun. Are you having fun, Savannah?
Yeah.
What's your favorite color cookie to make?
This one.
That one? I'm gonna have to hide these cookies because you're a little stinker. All right, I'm gonna try some purple now too. Okay, that looks pretty. Maybe we just drizzle some, Savvy. That might be nice, right? We could drizzle some with purple. Purple. Is that funny? And then maybe we'll do another color on the other side. Maybe we'll do some pink, like this. And then, Savvy, I can't believe you forgot about one of your most favorite parts, the sprinkles. Don't you want to put sprinkles on these? All right, let's put some sprinkles on these. Can you burn this? Okay, here, I'm gonna put them on my hand and you can sprinkle some on top of my cookies that I just decorated. Wow. These are so cute. They have little hearts in them. Are you enjoying your cookie? I'm so glad. Alright, so we're gonna finish up these cookies, and I usually like to let them sit for at least 15 minutes, like at room temperature, just so the frosting can kind of harden up a little bit. And that's it. And then maybe Dada will frost some more and I'll show them the final product, okay? High five. Say, make sure you subscribe to my channel.
Click subscribe on that channel.
That's right. And say, give this video a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
So what do you have to say to everyone? Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. She's taking the cookie and running. Again, if you like videos like this, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bells if you'd like to be notified when I drop new videos. I think maybe Savannah and I will do another video, maybe around St. Patrick's Day with some cupcakes or something. But yes, as always, you got this. Do that. How do you form with your hands? It's a little tricky, huh? Do you think you're gonna need the rolling pin again? Maybe, right? Alright, here, we'll do this. I'll move this over here. What? Right. Who's scared? The dough? I think the dough's gonna be okay. Alright. Get down. Here we go, miss. He's scared of what, the rolling pin? You're silly. The drama. Okay, so what do you suppose we do to roll it out? Just use our hands instead? Okay, so the dough's a little scared today, so we're just gonna roll it out with our hands. So you can push it like that. And it's okay if they're not perfect, right, Savvy? Say it's okay. We'll make it work. Oh, push it down.
No, I'm not going to do it yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to do it.
I keep forgetting, you're the chef today, right? Am I just your assistant? Are you my boss?
Oh, I'm